Field installation of the remote sensor on an LBW 50. Today we're going to put a 50-foot remote sensor on this unit. The max length of remote sensor that this detector can handle is up to 500 feet maximum. First thing we do is disconnect the power. Once the power is disconnected, we can access the unit, and we want to disconnect the local sensor. Basically, we're just loosening up the screws with a sensor pigtail. From the behind side of the sensor, just go ahead and pull, gently pull on the sensor socket until the sensor pops out, like so. We'll save that for our remote sensor installation. The grommet is also used for the remote sensor, so we will remove that as well. We'll install an EMT fitting. We're not going to hook any EMT pipe up at this moment. We'll just put the fitting on for now. Remote sensor, when you receive it, this happens to be a 50-foot remote sensor. You will get the remote sensor box. You get the remote sensor board that the sensor plugs into. And we'll start by putting the grommet that we took up the LBW 50 unit. Install that first. And then the remote sensor board can be installed from behind, and the sensor plugged into that. This remote sensor box should be mounted at a vertical position so that you can do the testing and calibrating with our test bottles. Make sure there's no obstruction underneath this remote sensor or the sensor head within 6 inches of the sensor head. On the detector end, we'll hook in the wires. We have 4 wires that come back into the detector box. And basically it's just following the colors on the terminal strip for installing the remote sensor. Not a lot of pressure has to be put on these screws when installing the remote sensor. Black wire. Next wire is going to be a white wire. The next terminal says red local. We are doing a remote sensor, so the red wire will go on the red remote terminal instead. The reason for that is that we up the voltage for a remote sensor application. The other thing that will be different is there is a shield wire that needs to be hooked into the ground terminal. And then the green wire can be put on the green terminal. Once these steps are completed, we need to move the 2 jumpers behind this terminal strip. We need to move these 2 jumpers so they're in the forward position, into the forward position towards this side of the board. If this is not done, it will not operate. And that completes the installation of a remote sensor on an LBW 50.